Hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys the discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime, and in particular, I want to talk to you guys about the next arc of the Boruto anime, an arc that so many people have waited for, which is the OW arc of the Boruto anime. And I have to say right now, I'm going to stick to what I've told you guys before, which is the fact that I very strongly believe that more than likely we'll get the Kawaki announcement at Jump Fiesta, which for those of you guys who do not know, Jump Fiesta is a event that happens over in Japan December of every year, where all of Weekly Shonen Jump's biggest titles, basically the big titles, they get on the main stage, and then the supplemental titles, they get smaller stages over to the side. You have announcements, you either have video games, or you have anime announcements, new manga arcs, or foreshadowing for stuff that happens in the manga. In some cases, the actual mangaka show up at these events. This has been going on for a very long time. OG Naruto fans like myself remember how back in, I believe, 2010 or 2011, Masashi Kishimoto was at Jump Fiesta telling fans like, hey, don't worry, the year of Kakashi is coming, and not to give up on Sakura as a heroine because he has some really great stuff written for. And so you get stuff like that at Jump Fiesta. And last year we got the announcement that Jigen and Kawaki would show up in the Boruto anime at some point. And this brings me to this thing right here. So a lot of people have been clamoring, saying, when are we gonna see Kawaki? When's the OW arc gonna start? And so I've already covered the spoilers for the promotional information that is gonna cover the Boruto anime up to episode 177, which is gonna be bringing us into the first week of December. And in that time period, they're directly setting up stuff that jumps off the beginning of the OW arc, whether it be Naruto looking over at Boruto and remembering a really important thing, which is the sparring match that Naruto and Bortuo have at the very beginning of the arc. I'm going to leave out the context because anime only fans, there's a huge plot twist in Naruto's sparring match with Boruto that I'm really excited to see you guys' reaction to. And then in the 177 portion, you have the sensory systems being set up, and there's a few things in that directly line up with the OW and the Kawaki arcs. And so now that we've kind of covered this, I want to talk to you guys about the importance of the OW arc and what to actually expect from this. So this Kara Actuation Arc, they've said, whether it be one of the writers for episode 173 or 174, says that this directly leads into Kawaki's story. I think that the bridge has already been set, and now it's just a matter of us actually walking over to it. And this OW arc is hands down one of the biggest arcs that's going to come for the Boruto anime. I'm not capping right here. This is very important for the anime because it's at this point that you see how diabolical the Kara organization is and how cutthroat they are and how complex and what the different layers exist within that organization are, and some of the stuff they've done behind the scenes in the Land of Fire. So I like the fact that we're going to be getting a lot of stuff paid off, and I would tell you guys to go back to the versus Momoshiki arc because there was some Kara stuff that anime fans did not catch that manga fans caught right away. So I'll say this part here on another side too. Another really important thing when it comes to the OW arc is it's in this time that Boruto absolutely learns the dark side of the ninja world. And you would think that Boruto would already kind of have some grasping of this because he saw what happened with the Haze Ninja, but the fact is that Boruto's interactions with Kara in this arc, in this OW arc in particular, his interactions with the outer member of the Kara organization, hands down, it changes Boruto's outlook as a shinobi. We've already started seeing the changes begin, whether it be the Mujina Bandits portion, and in this Kara Actuation arc, we've already seen changes being made, but Boruto still has quite a few jumps to make before he gets to being the Boruto that we see in the actual manga now. The Boruto who does not hesitate to make a huge decision that can save his father's life and save Sasuke's life. Again, not going to go any further in detail because I don't want to spoil people, but this is the other thing in this part right here. We also get to see a huge moment for Konohamaru with the tail end of this arc right here, because there's a lot of stuff that happens off screen that directly deals with Konohamaru and Mujino, and you have good moments for both of them, but there are a couple of key battles that take place here that show you just how well Team 7 transitions, and because we see the teamwork there, and because we see this heightened sense of understanding of a life or death battle, you can definitely tell that they're going to be playing up the interactions that happen with Deepa. The other thing that you see here is that this is the first time Boruto is going to be fighting somebody who is directly tied to the old way of doing things in the ninja world. Now, the other thing on this is that because of how insane this OW arc is, because of the fact that it's reintroducing characters that have not been in the anime for a pretty decent amount of time, because of the philosophical stuff that is going on here and the questions and the changes that Boruto goes through as a main character, and the smaller things that you get where you have Boruto looking at things with a new lens because of different interactions he's meeting with people. A lot of people said they want to see a more mature Boruto, more of the Boruto we saw in the Land of Silence, where Boruto was kind of mimicking Minato at times. You're gonna start seeing stuff like that in this OW arc, and I'll close by saying this: the reason why this arc is so important, and the reason why you should be excited that we are moving closer to the adaptation, and because they have started talking and confirming that, hey, this is leading directly to Kawaki. The reason why you should be really excited about this is because Kawaki shows up at the end of this arc, and the moment that Kawaki changes, when I tell you things go from 0 to 100 really quick, to give you guys an idea, this is on par. Kawaki's return is on par with that moment where in the Naruto story when Orochimaru shows up at the Chunin exams and kills the third Hokage. Just how things drastically shifted after this. This is the same thing with Kawaki. Once Kawaki shows up, you're in for a huge change, and then it's just the domino effect. Just how Orochimaru killed the third Hokage, all of a sudden you get a new Hokage, Sasuke leaves the village, the Akatsuki show up, all these different things that happen directly after Orochimaru killing the third Hokage. The same thing happens here with Kawaki. He's a very important character, and for people saying how come we have not gotten Kawaki sooner, how come we haven't seen more, you have to remember, and I'm going to close with this, you have to remember that we lost about 8 to 10 weeks because of this pandemic. They were not able to work on the anime in the capacity that they should have been able to, which is why so much got delayed. However, I want to know from the manga fans now, what moments do you want to see most from the Kawaki and the OW arcs of the Boruto manga that it looks like they're going to be getting adapted? Let me know what your 3 favorite moments that you want to see adapted are. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.